Horror almanacs were extremely popular in Hong Kong in the second half of the 90s. It is not always possible to stretch one scary story for an hour and a half without losing tension and density, much easier to keep the suspense in a half-hour segment. In those days, there were even complete cycles of such horror collections. For example, the trilogy 1 AM, 2 AM and 3 AM, or as much as 19 movies franchise Troublesome Night, the first 5 parts of which were also collections of several individual stories. Night of Soul Returning is also an anthology, but made according to the laws of mainland cinema. The main character of the movie is a man named Duan, who finds himself in an old half-abandoned house deep in the night. Its caretaker decides that Duan has come to get a job as a night watchman and shows him around the house, and in the process tells him the stories of some of the occupants. Among them are stories of a married man having an affair with an upstairs female neighbor who attracted him with exquisite and dangerous fish delicacies, and a single mother with a ballerina daughter who dreams of getting the role of a white swan in a swan lake. It is known that mainland China bans films that recognize the existence of paranormal phenomena, so Chinese filmmakers who want to evolve in the genre of horror have a hard time. They have to come up with a variety of plot crutches that somehow justify supernatural things going on the screen. However, there is no bad without good, and if the first experiments of Chinese directors in this genre were quite depressing, in Night of Soul Returning the plot put together quite smoothly. The first 2 novellas are mystical horror stories, completely independent from each other, and the third combines them into one and gives a relatively rational explanation for its events. As a result, the authors of the movie managed to sit on 2 chairs at once, to please the connoisseurs of pure horror genre, and wrap it all up in such a way that everything that happened before got some sense and, what is important, a moral. If you look at the movie as a collection of 3 novellas, they are quite different in style. The first one is languid, drenched in dark eroticism and inspired by surreal Japanese and Korean horror films. The second is a more traditional story about an evil puppet who somehow incapacitates the protagonist's rivals. The third is a phantasmagoric meditation on conscience, guilt, and the ghosts of the past that stay with us even when you try to bury them. Night of Soul Returning was made for online platforms, but by company Xiang brothers, and that's already a mark of quality of sorts. They were at the origin of internet cinema and have successfully mastered many genres. The brothers Xiang He-Sheng and Qiu-Liang directed the movie not perfectly, but they designed the scary scenes very expertly, and Wang in the lead role is one of the greatest acquisitions of Chinese internet cinema. A talented and charismatic actor, he hasn't been shying away from online movies in recent years, ultimately endowing them with thoroughness and depth.